Back here on the Burns and Gambo show on this Thursday afternoon. In the history of the Phoenix Suns, he is 5th in points, 2nd in rebounds, 2nd in steals, 3rd in block shots. And at some point this upcoming season, he'll be inducted in the Phoenix Suns Ring of Honor. I am talking about the Matrix, talking about Shawn Marion. Gambo reached out to him earlier today, talked Shawn into coming on the show and joining us right now on Burns and Gambo. Shawn Marion, how you doing, sir?
What's up, man? How you doing, man? How y'all doing? How y'all guys doing?
Matrix, my friend, how are you?
Gam, what's up, baby? How you doing, man?
Oh, man, it's great. I'm so happy that you are going into the Suns Ring of Honor. I've been here 27 years in this valley doing this radio show. You are my favorite player of all of the Suns teams. You are my favorite player. What you brought to this league, what you brought to this team, what a great honor. How did you find out that you were going to go into the Ring of Honor?
Oh, the man himself, Matt, called me and told me. Yeah.
And how did you feel? Like, how did that make you feel?
I mean, listen, man. You know, Gam. You know, keep it 100, man. You know, it was like, what was the holdup?
Well, he wasn't the owner. He just became the owner like 6 months ago.
Matt, that's what I love about Matt, man. He's been very transparent. It's like, yo, Matrix, man. Man, I'm sorry. This should have never came to pass. Right now, this should have been done with. You know what I'm saying? It was like we correcting this stuff right now, and man, and I appreciate it. He's a man of his word, and man, he's making things happen in the Valley of the Sun, and God love it and God respect it, man. You know.
You had so many great moments here, but what I remember you more about anything is that, like, I think you kind of changed the game. You know, you could guard 7-footers. You could guard anybody. You were a point guard in junior college, for goodness sakes. Your versatility was unique back in those days. Now you've got the 3-and-D wings all over the place. But, man, when you played, you were different. Like, I think in some ways you changed the game with the way you were able to play.
That's not, in some ways, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to digest it and go to it, you was there when we first started it. You know what I'm saying? We started a trend. It took everybody, after we went small ball, it took everybody 2 years after we did to adapt, to start slowly getting into it, because everybody was just so stuck on playing two big men. But, you know, they saw what we was able to do it, But you also got to have the personnel to do it too. Some guys tried it. They didn't succeed as well as we did. Unfortunately, we came short of winning the championship. But for the most part, you know, a lot of teams adapted it and started doing that stuff, and then before you know it, they won championship doing it.
Shawn Marion, our guest here on the Burns and Gambo show. He, along with Amari Stoudemire, will be inducted into the Ring of Honor at some point upcoming this season. Tell me about now your relationship with Matt. Tell me about that conversation with Matt. I'm going to laugh as, you know, for the next couple of days over your response to that question. But what kind of vibe did you get off of Matt as the new owner of the Suns?
I mean, a guy who's trying to win it right now. You know, I think he's an excited new owner, and he's about restoring the true legacy of the Valley of the Suns, man, the Phoenix Suns, man, and everything. I think in the community, everything, all the above.
I look back at that time with so many great memories of you and Amari and Steve and all the different players that you played with over that time. But I remember talking to you. You guys came close so many times. I mean, every year, you know, we all went into this thinking the Suns can win this thing. The Suns can win this thing. And a lot of people talk about the year when Amari and Boris came off the bench and got suspended. But I know in your heart, you always felt that the best Suns team was that year that Amari got injured. You guys had a great team that year, and you came awfully close to winning it all.
So I think it was 2 years that we actually, the first year we went small ball with Joe Johnson, Q Rich, all of us, and Joe came back. Remember, Joe had that face injury.
Yes.
He got hurt. He broke his cheekbone. He wasn't the same, but he came back and played hell of a ball. But it wasn't the same. And the thing is, the biggest thing with that year as well as all the other years, we did not use our bench. We did not go. All the guys were playing so many minutes, dude. Like, you don't realize the magnitude of you having to use your bench. Your bench actually enables you to win a championship. Your starting five will get you there, but your bench puts you over the top, because you need 2 to 3 guys come off that bench that just play significant minutes to help you, and so some of those role players have to help you win a game or two in a 7-game series.
When you think about that era, when you think about 7 seconds or less, Do you just focus on the good memories, or do you think about not winning a championship and maybe that you guys should have won a championship?
You know, it's a little bit of both, man. But there's so many narratives that was created because the media. The first thing that everybody say is a year that they helped check Steve. Robert Roy helped check Steve. But I was like, no, that was the narrative the media created. So everybody assumed that that's the first thing that comes to everybody's mind. And no, but I feel like. It's certain things that have to play in the part to win a championship. It's a lot of things you gotta go your way to a certain. But if you go out there and you know what you're doing, if you're capable, if you got the personnel to do it, hey, things can happen for you. Match it that way as well too. I don't want to shortchange anything, but what happens is I think we get jaded with that stuff so fast and so easily, and it taints us. It taints us. It seeps into us. It becomes a part of our thought process automatically, whether we like it or not. And that's the crazy part about these things. But to hear it from my perspective, or hear from a guy who actually done it and actually lived it, is two different things. And it was truly a great time, though. I mean, like at the end of the day, man, we did fall short, though. Again, man, it was a great run. We had some great teams and I had a lot of players, a lot of teammates throughout my tenure. But the fans were amazing, man. And I know it was it didn't end on the terms that it should have ended on out there in Phoenix. That was more. I'm gonna be honest, it was more upstairs in management and stuff, but it had nothing to do with the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fans. If you truly, and I know the majority of the fans in Phoenix know that. I pour my heart and soul on that floor to that team every night I step on the floor.
You did.
And I never. Real fans come to me. They truly understand and respect the situation. You know what I'm saying? Whether they like how either side handled it or not, I can honestly say neither one of us really handled it the right way. But man, I ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Things happen.
I know.
Bury the hatchet and move on. You know what I'm saying?
I know that Steve Kerr did not want to make that trade. He was the GM. He did not want to trade you for Shaquille O'Neal. But there were others that did. Take me back to that moment when you found out that you were getting traded to Miami for Shaq. What was going through your mind at that time?
It was very interesting though. So there was a lot of things that wasn't came out. I wish everybody would tell the truth sometimes, Gambo. I don't think I'm not going to sit here and go into really the gist of that. But I found out when I was I was hosting the Super Bowl party at my house. Honestly, with a whole bunch of celebrities there. And I got a phone call from my agent. It was like, yo, you getting traded to Miami for Shaq. I was like, really? I was like, okay. It was kind of like caught me off guard, but I was like, okay, well, it is what it is, part of the business. And then later on, though, I found out a lot from somebody up top who was like, and he's always been 100% honest with me. That ain't a lot of things that came out of me wasn't how it went down. So they like I said. They falsify and create these narratives to demean or try to make something worse than what it is, or to try to hate on a player or hate on me or whatever. I'm like, man, a lot of that stuff that was coming out was not 100% accurate, dude.
What was accurate?
At the end of the day, man, anybody know me, look, and you know me, if you picking up the phone, being able to text me and call me anytime throughout my career, and tell you how much of bullshit that was. To be honest with you, excuse my French, but it's that part that I really truly hate. With my heart and passion, and you know how much I really want to win and do what I'm getting paid to do. I mean, I was having fun doing it, and a part of that was it was getting tainted, and it was messing up a lot of things and a lot of stuff with the and for the organization not to step up and nip a lot of stuff in the bud kind of pissed me off too, though, at the time.
Well, and me and you go way back. I mean, me and you've been friends for a long time. What was accurate? What if all this stuff? If there was so much negative stuff, what was the accurate part of that story?
Oh, the accurate was that I'm like, yo, like I wasn't, being treated fairly, and it was lying. I'm like, listen, if you're gonna say I did something, let me do it. Don't just lie on me. Like that's all. I mean, like, shit, just tell the truth. What is so hard about telling the truth about anything, period? What is so hard about people? But people don't want to hear the truth. Even to this day, again, when y'all talk about sports and teams and all that stuff, a lot of stuff is skewed up, man. A lot of stuff is false. But people don't want to hear the truth, though. They want to hear whatever creates the story in the headlines.
Shawn Marion, our guest here on the Burns and Gamble Show. This is the last one for me, Shawn. I'm just curious your thoughts going in at the same time with Amari. What does that mean to you, and what does that say to you?
Oh, we're not going at the same time. It's different nights. We go in the same.
Right. It'll be different nights.
Different nights.
Different
Okay.
nights.
My apologies.
Yeah.
My apologies. I guess being announced at the same time, I didn't realize they were going to be different
Same
nights.
year.
But same year. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's awesome, man. You know, Mari had a great run in Phoenix as well. You know what I'm saying? He was a part of our Big Four. I'm sorry, at the time, Big Three at one time, Big Four, or whatever, or Big Five, whatever. However you want to do it. We set the tone and laid the foundation for a lot of stuff, and it was a great run. I'm truly happy for Stat.
Yeah, it was an incredible run that you guys had. And that year, man, I'm telling you, that year you were talking about when Amari was out, if you guys didn't have to go 7 against the Lakers and 7 against the Clippers, I think you would have beat Dallas, because you guys were worn out by the time you got to the conference finals against Dallas.
Oh, 100%. I would agree, and I also would say this, that we had played Kurt Thomas had got hurt and came back late, and he didn't play. I don't even think he played 10 minutes in that last game or whatever. We needed some help from the bench. We needed some more help, and we didn't go deep enough. We was playing 6-man deep at that time.
Shawn, congratulations again on the honor. We really appreciate the time you taking a few minutes out of your day to talk to us about this. Congrats on the Ring of Honor.
No doubt, guys, man. I've been looking forward to seeing you on Phoenix, man.
Well, we'll be there that day. We will be there that day when you get into the Ring of Honor. Thank you, my friend.
You ain't even got to say that. That's like why they even got? You ain't got to mention that. I ain't got to ask that question.
You know I'm gonna be there. You know I'll be there for you.
You ain't got to say that. That's like. I mean, like, come on, Gam. Y'all, come on, guys. Y'all know I ain't even got to say that. Asking any questions of the sort. That ain't even crossed my mind at all.
It's good stuff. Thank you, Shawn. We appreciate it. Congrats, Ben. Yep.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Y'all be easy. I got to do another call right now.
All right, you're good. Shawn Marion joining us here on the Burns and Gambo show. Man, I forgot how much I missed that dude. He's funny.
Dude, I do. I love him. I love that guy.